Many games have amazing stories to tell, and the ending is the best part that tends to stick with the player the most. Here are my top 10 favorite endings in video games. They are based on their popularity and how much I like them. Also, spoiler alert. Not only does most of the team die during the game, but in the end, after having ensured the escape of the Autumn, you have one final objective: survive. Doesn't matter how much you fight, the Covenant forces will kill you. But the sacrifice of Noble Team was not in vain, because it ultimately enabled humanity's victory over the Covenant.
But you belong to Reach. Your body, your armor, all burned and turned to glass. Everything. Except your courage.
For some odd reason, the more times I play Portal 2, the more I cry at the end. It probably is because you see the humanity of GLaDOS and how she makes you leave the Aperture Labs. Or it probably is because the turrets say farewell by singing Cara mia addio, which means goodbye my dear in Italian. I really don't know what it is. Let's move on to number 8. Braid is acclaimed by many as the best indie game of all time. The main reason I believe is its ending. Weirdly enough, the game's story is told entirely by books at the beginning of each chapter. In the beginning, you think that Tim, the main character, is searching for a princess who has been snatched by a horrible and evil monster. But in the end, you discover that Tim was the monster all along, and she was rescued by a knight. The ending is purposely ambiguous, and many still try to understand its true meaning. The simple fact that the ending is still being analyzed today makes this game deserving of such spot. Everyone has said how much The Last of Us is amazing, beautiful, thought-provoking, and overall perfect. While I do have my fair share of problems with the game, I can't really touch the story, especially its ending. An ending that makes you question your actions. Is it worth losing one life you love to save the entire human race? Joel doesn't think so, especially after having lost his daughter when the apocalypse started. And he ultimately lies to Ellie, telling her that he saved her from the Fireflies.
What? You keep finding something to fight for. Now, I know that's not what you want to hear right now.
Swear to me. Swear to me that everything that you've said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
Okay.
Arkham City is recognized for two things: making you feel like you are the Caped Crusader, and shocking you with the death of his most famous villain. Not only is the death of the Joker unexpected and surprisingly emotional, but how much Batman feels an emptiness inside after, that really shows you how much the two bonded in the years, and how much one can't live without the other.
Are you happy now?
Do you want to know something funny? Even after everything you've done, I would have saved you.
That actually is pretty funny.
All units coordinated. What the... What the hell happened in there?
Max Payne has had a shitty life. His wife and newborn daughter were killed in the first game, and Mona Sachs was killed in the second game. Now he had nothing to lose, and he puts his life in peril throughout the entire third chapter. And in the end, he finally finds some peace after having brought to justice Victor Branco, who was involved in an organ harvesting ring. After this game, I really hope for him to be happy and to enjoy his well-earned retirement.
You know I'll walk. You'll walk with a lift!
Boy, it's dark in some places, but it's sunny everywhere else. Over to Marisol with the weather.
Silent Hill 2 is a strong contender for most depressing game out there, and the fan-favorite ending, In Water, sees James Sunderland facing the fact that he killed his wife Mary to alleviate her suffering. James and Mary talk for one last time, and she hands him the letter from the beginning of the game, and James understands why he came to Silent Hill. He drives his car in the lake Toluca, killing himself, and thus reaching his wife.
Now I understand the real reason I came to this town. I wonder, what was I afraid of? Without you, Mary, I've got nothing. Now we can be together.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill.
In case you haven't noticed, a lot of those endings have your main character die in some emotional or heroic way. And John Marston really did not deserve to die. His happy ending with his family didn't last very long, and when the lawmen and government agents start attacking the ranch, you know something will end terribly. John sacrifices himself to save his son and wife. However, 3 years later, his son Jack tracks down Agent Edgar Ross and avenges the death of his father, in pure Western tradition. The first season of Telltale's The Walking Dead has one of the most unforgettable endings in history. After having saved Clementine, Lee Everett is starting to die to ultimately turn into a walker. It doesn't matter whether you ask Clementine to leave you or to shoot you. Seeing one of the best characters in a video game go away was just too much for all those who played the game to take. In case you weren't already crying, as soon as Take Us Back by Lela Dion starts in the credits, you feel a shiver down your spine. And you will can't stop you from flooding your room with tears. Bravo, Telltale. Bravo.
Atop the crags and cliffs, the air is thin.
If you follow this channel, you know that I love Metal Gear Solid, and while I could have easily gone with the amazing ending of MGS's Snake Eater, I decided to go with the one of Guns of the Patriots. And by that I mean the final dialogue between Big Boss and Solid Snake, father and son. Not only you get a conclusion to the story of the soldier that is Solid Snake, but you get the conclusion to the story of the man that was Big Boss, a hero turned villain who gives his son a reason to stop fighting and to live a better life than the one he had. The setting, the music and the monologue by Big Boss make me really emotional every single time, and I can't help but to stand up and salute Kojima and Big Boss.
This is good.